Hey everybody, Professor Stines here, and welcome to the last assignment in NITEC 3280, and that's assignment 13. I kind of covered a little bit of it already, and that's kind of making a page that searches things out, making an edit page and kind of clicking on it. This is kind of a continuation of a redo, kind of where we left off last week is we have a page that kind of goes and pulls out things, and we can select one of them and kind of review the receipt that's there. We also kind of want to be able to edit and delete them. And so that's kind of what the focus of this week's lab is to kind of modify the page and kind of get it ready for editing. In the lab videos, it's kind of talking about how to do it in the same page. But I'm going to do it in separate pages here, maybe try to simplify it a little bit. So first thing it's going to say is it's going to go for creating an edit page. I'm just going to jump right down to the delete button because it's kind of similar to a page I've made already, and that's the read page. So the read page goes through, picks up the connection, calls all the people in it by a certain ID and prints it out on the page so that it can be read. And that's really kind of the same functionality I want to get started with on my delete page. So I'm just going to kind of copy that and put it on my delete and stick it there. So in reality, it should kind of work the same. So if I go to delete one of these guys, I'll get kind of some kind of weird printout because things aren't there. It's nothing. It's kind of a blank field. But what I do want to do is I want to create a button up at the top. So kind of similar to how we did on last week on the index page, kind of create a little short form tag at the top. That's what I'm going to do on the delete page. So just a form ID equals my delete method post. Go ahead and close it up. And what I'm going to put in here is, are you sure? Kind of a confirmation to the user that they do want to delete this. And I'll put two buttons in here, or ASP. What language am I trying to write? Input type equals submit. ID equals. Let's use a button. Button type equals submit. ID equals button delete. Name equals button delete. Delete. Just kind of a confirmation. So that would be what I would do with that is we're posting back to the page. I kind of want to check this after all this has happened. So this is kind of what's happening on page load. At the very end, after all this has occurred, I'm going to throw another if is set statement. I don't really want it to interfere with the other ones. And we're looking for a post of button delete. So if that guy is there, that means we actually want to make this puppy go. More or less. So let's see, kind of starting back up at the top, that's going to be our guide. Is we want a SQL statement, that's delete from orders where ID is equal to underscore get ID. Actually, we want this, kind of want this somewhere else. To be honest, let's see. We want to make sure that we do have an ID and that records are found and it's printed. So I'm pretty sure this is where we want this check to be. I'm going to move it up a little bit and fix my indentation. So So loaded up the page, we know we have an ID, we've taken it, we've printed it out on the page. We're going to check now to see if the post delete button is being passed, and if it is, then we want to execute it. So we're kind of still, we might need to see where is SQL defined. SQL's way up here. It'll probably be okay. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Con query SQL, overwriting what was there before, so I think that will work. And let's echo deleted or something. Yeah. That way we kind of know. That way we kind of know it worked. Alright, so let's take a blank one at the top. This would be ID equals 1. And we read it. And delete it. Are you sure? Yes. It was deleted. If I try to read it a second time, hit the enter key at the top. No records found, so that's kind of good. Let's see, we probably don't want the are you sure to be there either. Kind of don't want this form tag to quite be maybe way up here. Maybe we only want this guy to show up if there's an actual row. And that would be kind of still in this area. So that would be let's close our block there. Open a block here. Paste our form tag. This is craziness, right? Like, should PHP really be able to do this? It just doesn't seem like it should, right? Gosh, let's see. Home page, iPhone, Galaxy's at the top. That's ID equals 2. Are you sure? And we're sure. It's deleted. Let's hit reload the page. Not found. Didn't show that time. That's good. Probably could still kind of keep tweaking that a little bit. Galaxy X5 is the next one. Really kind of maybe want that above the receipt. Could just kind of move this while block until after it here. It's madness. Sparta, this is madness. You could also kind of echo out, if you escaped this into a PHP string, you could probably echo it out on the page, but I don't know. I kind of like doing it this way. Let's see, so buttons on top this time, right? Yeah, delete. And you could still kind of keep fiddling with it, make sure that after we hit this guy that that part falls off. Anyway, that kind of covers delete pretty well. It's all about kind of creating a good user experience in some sense. So let's look at maybe kind of how to do an update. Again, this guy's kind of trying to tell you to write out a page using echo, kind of with the input tags inside. And that's kind of cool, but I kind of consider it pseudocode too, because there are kind of other ways to do that. Let's look at update page. Don't really have anything in it yet. And really, it's going to be very similar to our create page. So this page is our create page when we submitted things the first time. When we go to edit things, it's going to be pretty similar. So I'm just going to kind of come out to create, and it's a kind of a long page. It's even got the validation down at the bottom. Probably still would want to validate when you're editing too. You don't want your users to kind of mess things up. So really I can take to the bottom, let's say to the bottom all the way up to pretty much all of it here, right after the H1 tag. And that'll be what our update page is. to get started. And call that the my update form. Need to change the form tag, my update. And we're still going to be checking button sub. We're still going to be kind of taking the post variables. We are going to have a different SQL statement. So it's going to be update orders set. And this is really where probably doesn't. Let me go to W3 Schools and we'll pull up a update statement. Update SQL. Probably should check, make sure we're talking about MySQL here. So it's update table name, set column to value separated by commas where some value equals some value. And that's what our SQL statement needs to be. So we're not really going to have a values clause down here. Instead, we're going to have where ID is equal to question mark. And it's going to be set product. Product equal to question mark, quantity equal to question mark, unit price equal to question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Let's see. I'm going to actually take the else statement off. I'd want the form to kind of always be there, I think. Well, let's leave it as is. Let's just change a little at a time. So update order set product equal to a bunch of crazy question marks. We should kind of have the same number of parameters except for the last one, which is going to be an I for integer. The ID equals question mark. This guy's got to go. That parentheses got to go. And we need to throw one more on the end. So that's security code. ID. Yeah, and we need to define ID up here in variables. $ID. Whoa, what's that all about? That's weird. Okay, equals post ID. Alright, so if the button gets clicked and pull in the connection, decline all the variables, ID, taking from the post, updating the deal, binding the parameters, actually, shit, you know what? Oh, pardon my French. Control Z. Silly me. Let me start it back kind of at the beginning here. No. Okay, I'm going to go back. Control Y. Let's put it all back in. Okay. So, the button set, take all the posts, update the things, pass in the stuff. Got another one in there for that. Could print out another statement, updated. And that would turn the form tag off. Else, okay, let's do it here. So this part would be actually kind of similar to the read page again. So let's I actually want to just kind of copy this part maybe. Or let's, yeah, okay. Let's just kind of take this part, go back to update. This is in the else part. And indentation got really weird here. Let me make sure. Alright, if it's updated, we'll print out a receipt, else. We want to load up the form. That's what this is going to do. Don't really need to call. I don't think we need to call him again. Indentation got weird. That's probably what's throwing me off a little bit. Everything should be a little bit more indented. While else, yeah. And one more. No records found. Alright, let's see. Let's make sure we got where this form's going to go. So this form, this left bracket, needs to close after all this madness here. It looks like the editor's telling me that, which is good. And this looks, and let's save it and run it. Let's see where we're at. I go to a home page and I edit a thing. Line 58. I got a feeling I bit off a little bit more than I can chew here. Let's see. Make sure con has set. He is not in. I think I do need to bring this guy back down here. He's not in the scope. He's on this side of the if, so he's not on. He's not on this side of the if. I probably could indent this, work this code out a little bit better. Alright, let's try that. Home page, edit a thing. We get the printout for it, which is good. Kind of get the submit and validate buttons, which is good. Now we just kind of have to worry about setting fields inside the page, which is kind of good. That's really why we copy in a bunch of code, is that in here, where we're currently printing out the receipt, instead, let's define variables that we can use in the page. So I think I can just kind of take that all out. What is that figs doing? Calling order? Yeah, let's take that out. Alright, so variables first name is going to be equal to the row of first name. And we're going to have kind of a bunch of these. Let's go ahead and do ID is equal to row of ID. I guess I'm doing them in no particular order. Is equal to row of last name. We had products. That's row of last name. Row of last name. Row of product. Silly me. Equal to. Let's see. Let's do a little test here by seeing if we can't make these guys print out on the page. So I'm going to skip product for now. I also probably need to add an input tag that was not there before. And it's actually going to be a hidden tag. That's input type equals hidden. And it's going to have an ID of ID. I probably shouldn't be doing that. Let's call it OID. Name equals OID. Let's make sure up here when we're taking the post variable, we also call that OID. Yeah. I'm checking the post, make sure that that guy is there. That's going to what we pass in. Yeah, row ID, product, first name. Yeah, let's just start with that. Let's go down to first name and throw in a value equals. Inside here will be a PHP echo for first name. So let's start by looking at that one. Home page, and we got to choose a guy that actually has one. That would be Sir Veda, and it looks like it's there. That's good. Let's see what happens if I hit 2 and submits. Gonna kind of update all of them. Looks like we got a Darth 2. Let's look back at our table here. I don't see where'd Darth 2 go. Darth 2th. Broke it the thing. Let's see, we can kind of edit one. Dun, 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 dun. Let me look. Um, didn't update Vader a second time. It's printing it out. Are we not saving it? We must not be saving it. It's printing it out to the page. That's good. It's just not, we don't seem to be getting this part done. The form should be disappearing too when we update. No, it was. Okay. I gotta backtrack through my code. Let's see if it's, where's our selecting receipt? It's this guy. So it actually is, it looks like it is updating it. Unless maybe this equal statement's not kicking off right. Let's inspect. Run the page again, go to edit. Let's look and see. We're on ID equals 4. Let's see if we can't find that tag there. Or did I not save it? Well, let's make sure we're saved and run it. I'm starting to confuse myself. Input type equals hidden. Duh. Update statements don't work if you don't have a value going to the ID. So we were so close. Just need to come back down to the form. It's working for first name, so it should work here too. So that's value equals PHP echo ID. It's all caps, right? That's lowercase. ID equals ID. Refresh the page. We've got a value equals 4 now. That's good. So let's go back and try to edit Vader again. Edit Vader, put a 2, hit update, hit a thing. Successfully updated. That's good. Let's go back and look at Vader again. Darth 2. No last name. So it's kind of getting there. I'm getting that update thing going. Just looking back at the code, really just kind of need to be setting more variables, more things to set in the page. That'd be like a unit price is equal to row of unit price. Quantity. It's a row of quantity. And discount rates. It's a row of discount rates. Order dates. It should have all of them, right? No, that's a card number. Security code. I think that's got about all of them. We'll do the 2 drop down lists last. Payment type, that's what we're missing. So you just got to do the value thing for all of them. Value, PHP, echo, it's variable. I can copy that part. Go to unit price, change this to unit price. Nope. Just want to paste it. Discount rates. Order date. I already did first name, so I just got to do last name. Do the drop boxes last. Card number. Yeah. Security code. Okay. Let's see, let's delete a couple of them out of here. Go to create, let's make a, let's kind of make a real one. 2225 2016 and 033. Darth, I'll put Vader back in. Vader, he's a Visa 4444 3333 222 111. Gotta choose a product. iPhone, and he's got a few. See him down at the bottom. Let's try to edit him this time. So it looks like all the fields are filled out, dates in there, even kind of padded on the extra zero for us. All the fields are kind of set, so I should be able to just kind of hit some changes here and there. Galaxy S5 instead, and he's using Discover and Submit, and it looks good. Kind of go back and look at him again, edit. Should have all the new values, so that's good. You kind of gotta go and look and read at him, see what his total amount was. Yeah, still having kind of this bug in here where if I go to the page directly, it's throwing errors because those variables don't exist. They don't really have scope. So could kind of define them further up so they do have scope. We really wanted to make sure that that does not happen. So kind of move it up near the top, just so these guys do mean something. I guess this VS Code is just not really good about wanting to do things. Yeah, there's all kinds of ways we could probably solve this problem, and this is probably not the best way. But I think it'll work. We hit update. Hopefully we won't get too many bugs. Take that back. Looks like we got lots. Still saying undefined variable. Nah. I'll let you guys figure that out. Hey, we got the basic rigmarole going on though. We look down back at the doc. Let's see. Assignment 13, updating and deleting records. We got a delete. We kind of got it all wired in. Got an edit record page that kind of loads up the page. Might have been actually easier to kind of do this, but don't necessarily have to. And delete button, update button. Looks pretty good. The let's see, if we're looking back at update and in the drop boxes in the form, let's see, show you how this might be done. So say I wanted to have one selected by default. So when I first load the page up, iPad should kind of be the one selected. Right now, select one is the one that is selected. So by default, this one will be selected. That kind of means to kind of figure out how to make that selected appear, we're going to have to do it sort of inside of a block. You could do it this way, echo selected, right? So if we save this, we should get the same result. The iPad is kind of checked. If we moved this PHP block, we should be able to kind of recreate it on a different thing. So update, now we're on iPhones. So to kind of make sure that we're only printing that in the right circumstance, that would be if the product is triple equal to kind of what's here, that would be the value iPhone. This, like I said, not necessarily the best way to accomplish this. Really, we probably would want to what we'd want to do is to make sure. Well, let me get this in the right spot, and then I'll figure out if I'm saying the right thing or not. Echo selected. Need a right bracket there, not here. You could kind of bring it all up onto one line. It's going to make it kind of long to read though. So if product is equal to iPhone, see, I think I'm trying to write JavaScript again. If product is equal to iPhone, echo selected, and no else part to that. So let's go back to the home page and check a guy that's got iPhone. Edits. iPhone was the one that's selected. If I hit another one, it won't be. So I just kind of have to put this PHP block in the middle. Now, if we were using a database to kind of bind these guys together, it would be a little bit easier to do. We could kind of make this selection as we're kind of writing out the different tags. But for right now, this will work. So if I edit the Vader guy with the S5, that's good. Make a change to iPad and hit go. Edit them again. iPad should show, which is good. Kind of select them. So still need to kind of throw Visa on there too. I kind of wrote my own. Still kind of ended up writing a a function in here of sorts. So I can put Visa card number on there. Type. Passing in a type to it. And returning a type dot. Maybe space, a dash, and then some numbers. I have to fix it in two places. So I'm throwing card number. I need to throw payment type here. And I need to throw it on edit. Oh, I need to throw it on read too. That's a card number. Need to throw row, brackets, payment type. Now, if you had to ask me, this is kind of the most time you spend doing things. You kind of have to go back in and add some kind of future functionality from before. So you probably need to update echo too. I'm not really using the receipt thing anymore. Or are we? Yeah, we are. So it kind of needs to go here too. Payment type. Read needs to have it. Payment type. Index doesn't have it yet. This guy's printing out a receipt, so he's probably going to have to have it. Row. Payment type. Let's hope I didn't break things too bad. So if I go to select a guy, pay info is blank. Let's edit some stuff. It's got an S5, which is fine. Give him some things. Submit. Successfully updated. It looks good. MasterCard. Anyway, that's basic CRUD functionality. That's basically 99% of programming is creating things, reading things, updating things, and deleting things. Kind of keeping track of stuff. Validating things is super important. So definitely worth going in and making sure that your create page has some validation on it. Even just kind of some basic stuff. Prevent spam bots from kind of submitting things automatically as much as you can. We also didn't really cover a whole lot about server-side validation. Again, not really protecting a whole lot against cross-site scripting attacks. And in some pages, I do kind of have some mitigation against SQL injection, but then again, in some other pages, I don't. It kind of makes managing an application hard in some ways, is that we really have to kind of go through and figure out, somehow somebody compromised our application. You got to come find the one statement out here that might be doing it, and kind of convert this guy to use parameterized queries instead. Basically, every time you're taking information out of the form, you need to kind of be checking against it too. So the one I suggest is OWASP, and it's kind of an open source security thing, and they have lots of good tutorials out here on how to do stuff, even kind of different languages or tools. Let's look for cross-site. Yeah, I was thinking they have a nice little reference for some different things. I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more on PHP. But these are definitely worth reading about how to prevent cross-site scripting attacks, how to prevent SQL injection attacks. I'm pretty sure there's probably some good stuff out here about that too, SQL injection. Kind of describes what it is, how it's done, kind of can make evil days happen. You really have a really bad day if you just lose your database. So anyway, hope it was fun. It's kind of one of the last labs in the course. The final project will be basically the same as the last three assignments, and that's CRUDing out an object, a different object, not really an order object. But kind of once you do one form and kind of work through one form, you should be able to do just about any kind of form. It's all just a matter of making sure that the front end is kind of taking in the appropriate information. I lost my local host site. Tab. CRUD. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the course and good luck on the final. And there's no video for the final, so you're kind of on your own, but hopefully the past few labs will be very helpful in helping you get through it and solve it well. Have a good one. Bye.